Hey, how's it going everyone? So today we're going to be unboxing the CARPURIDE CarPlay system. I just got this from CarPuride, brand new. So we're going to open this together and see what is in the box. And then I'm going to be installing this on my Talaria MX5 Pro. Let's go over the box. This is going to be a touchscreen system and there's voice control. It's basically Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, and you can connect with Bluetooth, and it's going to be completely waterproof so you can use this in the rain. Personally, I'm pretty excited because sometimes I like to explore neighborhoods and I wanted a map. So I could of course put my phone on there, but if there's like a permanent system that attaches to my phone, I think that would be wonderful as well. So here we are. All right, let's open this up. Cool. Push this aside. So this is the platform. I'm gonna take out my iPhone. So this is about the size of an iPhone. You can see it right now, but I can see like the lighter area of the screen. It is a little bit smaller, and then it is a little bit thicker too. But you're not going to be putting this thing in your pocket. This is going on your vehicle. All right. So you get these two wires. Okay, cool. So this one connects to a button that you can put on the handlebar to control the CarPlay system. This thing right here. This is connected red to red, but it's USB output. So I'm attaching a high-powered USB power bank to the vehicle. And then of course we have this thing. I think you mount it onto the handlebar. This is actually all metal. This is actually really hefty. I think these are the extenders, something like that. And then this giant ball thingy, that's how it's supposed to go. Current feedback, this thing is metal. This is really hefty. This is well made. Now of course you're gonna have your little tool bag with all the tools that you're going to need, and that's really it. Then you have a CarPlay manual, tells you how to install it. We're going to go with the USB route. For the MX5, I don't think there is a USB port, so I'm going to have to use an external battery pack. Type-C port on the bottom of the screen here, and then there's also a TF card. A TF card is basically an SD card that you can plug into this. But yeah, right now I'm a lot more excited than I should be. Alright, let's get started. So right now we need to connect this piece of red wire to a USB connector and make sure the two little arrows on this thing matches, and then push them together. Cool. So there's a little cap thing, make sure you screw it tightly so this thing wouldn't disconnect. Now what I want to do is take the USB and plug it into a USB power source. This is a 10,000 milliamp battery pack, so I'm just going to plug this into that and turn it on. Now that this is connected to the battery, you can see the screen is powered on already. Now you're going to have some options. You're going to have Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, audio settings, and then some other settings as well. So what I'm going to do is to actually try to find the Bluetooth device, and I already see it right here. It says CarPuride 2D76. The instruction says I need to go into CarPlay and turn on the Bluetooth of your iPhone and select the device. The device is now selected. Next one says use CarPlay with smart screen. Yes. Okay. Cool. And I'm already in. This is great. You have CarPlay, Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, audio, and settings. So right now, what I'm going to do is just to go into CarPlay. Okay, and this little thing right here, touchscreen, allows you to go home, set up Bluetooth, or change the brightness. So this is exactly the same setup that I have on my car. So okay, so now what I'm going to do is to actually install this on my vehicle. So what I'm going to do is to install this power bank. I'm going to take the CarPlay and put it on the handlebar. So I'm going to tilt this thing just a little bit because I can't mount this directly in the center. as the stem is in the center. So what I'm going to do is just to click it to the left side, but I'm going to have this thing kind of tilt enough to the center so that the screen is still kind of in the center. And then pick up 2 of the rubber pieces and put it in here. Handlebar is pretty girthy over here. I think just 1 round of rubber will be good enough to stabilize it. Yeah, it's pretty good. It's really sturdy. So with that, I'm gonna try the short screws first. Just gonna make it a little bit tighter, and then I'm gonna rotate this back here. And then I'm just gonna snap down here. This is from a different angle. It's right here. And I'm just going to keep snugging it down. I want to make this kind of tight so it doesn't move while I'm riding. The last thing you want is a CarPlay falling on your lap when you're riding. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is just going to sit on the vehicle and see if the CarPlay is in a good place, good angle that I like. Yeah, okay. I think it's in a great angle right now. I'm going to further tighten up this whole entire chain here. This thing is going to see a lot of vibrations in the future as you're riding. So, and right now it feels pretty snug. You never know when there's, hours upon hours of vibration active on the system. So it still wiggles a little bit, and the wiggling is coming from the stem over here. I feel like the stem could be a little bit more rigid. But we'll see. I'm going to take this out for a ride and see how it is. But right now the installation is almost done. Alright, so the solution I came up with is just going to be Velcro. I'm going to be Velcroing this thing right here, because I need to find a smaller version of this, and this won't fit between the 2 shocks. So I'm going to have to do it right here. And I think this is a good spot too. So that's fine. And plus, because this is a battery bank, I need to be able to conveniently take this off and go charge, and then put this back. Clean the surface area and apply the Velcro. Then I'm gonna apply this thing over here. Velcro, Velcro. It needs a lot of force. This is the strongest Velcro I can buy, so yeah, it needs a lot of force. I'm gonna put into the link on what Velcro I used, but if I need to go charge, I'm just gonna rip it off and go charge. But as for now, I think this actually looks pretty good. I'm just going to route some wires. So basically what I'm doing right now is to put as much or as many of the cable wiring in here as possible, and also not kind of be in the way of the battery. So I'm outside. I'm gonna start the CarPlay. So whenever I get on a bike, I'm just gonna plug this into the battery pack, and the CarPlay automatically starts. And once it automatically starts, it automatically connects to my cell phone, just like the way it connects to my car. I use CarPlay in my vehicle too. So once it connects, it's exactly the way it is in my car as it is on here. So that's super convenient. I get it all set up the way that I want it to. The next part is I'm gonna try to navigate somewhere. So the first part is navigation. And I'm just gonna click. All right, let's go to the dog park. So now it's just gonna show me the dog park. And I also have this thing connected to my headset, so I can play music whenever I want it to. So I have music in here as well. I have YouTube music, so I'm just gonna play some epic music. Oh yeah, Wakanda Forever. Okay, cool. I hope you can see the screen. This is on the brightest screen with the sun shining onto the screen. I can see the screen very, very clearly. I'm not sure how it's going to show up. Let's go to the dog park. So far, it's tracking correctly. I, on purpose, to not take the road that it wants me to take. It's a main road, so I didn't want to take that. And it automatically rerouted me inside the neighborhood, which was pretty nice. Yeah, everything looks really good. I'm listening to music. It's tracking correctly. I really like this. I think I'm gonna keep this on my vehicle for a while, so I don't have to take out my phone every time I come to my vehicle. It's got the CarPlay setup I want it to see. It doesn't take up my phone, so I think that's pretty nice. Alright, I'm gonna cut this trip short because I'm way underdressed and it's way too cold. But right now everything looks really good. The GPS is tracking very well. It's using the same exact setup that I use in my car. So it doesn't matter if I jump into my car or on this bike. It's all the apps, all the GPS locations, everything is very similar and familiar to me. And I never have to take my phone out of my pocket. I don't have to burn the battery on my phone to be using this, so I think that's great. Number two, music. I'm using a motorcycle helmet right now, and the music here is actually connected to my helmet, and I'm listening to the music that's being played through the CarPlay as well. It's a centralized place that's going to be able to serve you music, serve you the best apps that you're going to be using when you're riding on this thing. Just right now, from the sun shining directly onto the screen, it looks very nice. I don't have to squint. It looks extremely bright. It's got a function to auto dim. I think I'm going to be using that in the future. This is just to kind of show you what the screen looks like, because I know screens don't look very bright on GoPros for some reason. So I just turn it up so that you can see it. But for me, I can see the screen very, very well. It's so incredibly bright. So I think the CarPlay thing, I don't know how much I needed it until I actually have it. Now that wherever I go, I just pop it on and I get a map. Even though I don't kind of input where I want to go, I can see like all the streets and stuff like that. So I know like whether this whether if this road is through, so I can know if there's a dead end, or how do I navigate through this road. I love to take my MX-5 around neighborhoods, going to new neighborhoods, and just kind of take it for a stroll. Sometimes I have to take out my phone, look at the map, memorize the map, and all that stuff. This just kind of takes all the guessing away, and you don't have to burn your battery on your phone. So it's incredibly nice. I really do like this thing, and I think every rider should have it. Alright. Well,